Good morning, traders and investors, and welcome to the latest TradeLink weekly report for the 22nd of December 2014. As we're talking about finance, just a reminder that all advice is of a general nature only, must not be misconstrued as personal advice. All past performance is just that, no reflection of future results. Alright, so interesting. Last week we finally saw some of the commodities, particularly crude oil, finally find a base, and our market loving it. We've actually, it is Monday morning as I record this, but we're approaching since about a 1 month high, just on the cusp of it. Went above 5,400 before pulling back, but a nice solid 4 days straight rally there, and that has helped a lot of our stocks. BHP almost touching $30 today. At the moment we've got our puts at the 31 level for another 38 days, so within reach of that level and beyond, which is good to see. Earlier in the week on Tuesday hit a low of 27.29, so almost a $3 rally in the last 5 days there. So quite clearly looks like that BHP has moved into oversold territory, and bargain hunters coming back in, seeing a rosier picture. So NAB, we did have last week a new covered call in NAB, but was also an opportunity to resell calls for our existing NAB traders. We pretty much actually got in at the same price as our first NAB trade, probably a little bit lower, but the first NAB trade we got in at the 1st of October. So we've been running it for almost 3 months now. I believe we got in around here, I think it was, and sold our call option, picked up the dividend, sold another call option there, and the last option expired worthless on Thursday, which was at 34. So this morning we were able to sell call options at 55 cents for existing holders. Also the traders that got in on, I think we got in on I think it was the 18th. It was the 18th that we got in last week, and all but one person got in, but they are in a solid position, already up about 2.3% for those that entered last Thursday, and for those that entered a couple months ago, sitting at about 4.4%. So that's quite a solid yield. So that trade doing well. QB also looking better. Looks like it's turned the corner after hitting a low of 10.20, which was actually a 12-month low. Had quite a surprising dive down at the end of last week, but with our covered call there, we were able to buy the calls back on this day, and also sold the calls on Friday, rolling pushing up to the 11.25 strike and getting a better 22.5 cents. So that covered call currently sitting at about 2.4% profit. Looking at the Macquarie covered call, actually sort of sitting back at break even here. Was in a nice profit last week after we entered the trade on the 26th of November, so I think it was on this day pushing up. So so you can see that the share price, we entered around the 59.10, we're about $1 or 90 cents lower, but the time decay has helped on that call option, so sitting at about break even there. Obviously aiming for 62 level mark would be ideal. The more the merrier. AMP is looking nice as well. We entered this trade on the 2nd of December, which was this day here. So at the moment we're probably sitting about in a small profit there, because we've got a bit of time decay on our sold call option. Sold the 550s for March. We entered around got here 540. Okay, that's right, because we took orders and we only actually triggered, I think, on this down day here. So, yep, that makes sense. We did take the orders and took about a week thereafter to get triggered. But at the moment, up just under 1% on that trade. So, by and large, the covered calls all doing much better than last week, and all of them are in profit except for BHP. We're just looking for it to go above that 31 mark. Alright, let's flick over to the spreads side of things, and what do we have here? We've got our Iluka running. We've got the call sold at 7.25, which is about there. We've had an impressive turnaround. The stock's rallied almost $1 in the last week, but we do need to see it go another $1 up. But with 38 days there, it's possible. Having said that, we did sell the call. We sold it December 7.25 on this day here, the 24th of November, and that call option did expire worthless. So locked in, I think, 12 cents of profit there, which reduced the risk by half on the trade. Santos, we entered on around here. I think it was the second. Let's have a look. Third of December, and you can see that the stock's just gone down since, but it's hit a low and it's been rallying quite nicely, pushing up to a 1 week high. We've got our sold strike at 8.75, so we want to definitely see it above that, and at this rate of change we'll be there within a day or two, which is nice to see that position recover. Our break even on it is $9, so again at this rate of change it's probably 3 or 4 days, assuming that it can keep that momentum up. But Santos really well sold off there, perhaps oversold with that drop in crude price. Newcrest has been steady since we entered it on the 12th, which is here. So it did go down initially the first couple of days, but pretty much at the same level that we entered at the moment. So plenty of time in that trade. We just need to see gold come off a little bit more, which it did a little last week, but targeting that sub $10 zone around here would be spot on. QBE, we've been trading the swings on there, and it looks like it's finally starting to swing upwards. Covered this stock a little bit on the covered call side of things. With our spread, we are long at the $11 mark and sold the $11.50. So need to see that. We probably can take profit around this $11.40 mark. We did get a fairly low entry price of around 17 cents. So we're aiming for 34 cents for a 100% profit, and that would be somewhere in the vicinity of 11.40, 11.45 I would expect. And lastly, CBA. CBA is a trade that we entered just on Friday and today, buying the $84 puts, selling the 83. So looking for it to hit some resistance around this price level, and then push down probably to where it was about 2 or 3 days ago, around that $82 mark, 81.82. Might be hitting our profit target around those levels. But at the moment, just CBA getting caught up with the buying activity that we're seeing on our oversold market. Having said that, CBA not really oversold. It's actually performed. It was probably one of the better performers in the this recent dip in the market, and it's put on, as you can see by the green candlesticks, put on or gained from its initial open price every day. And whilst the overall market fell quite sharply, a number of percent, the stock barely fell 1, perhaps even 2% there. So holding up well, but the view there is as a frenzy kicks on with the commodities, that money might come out of the more defensive and the dividend stocks to those that are presenting a bit more potential for capital gain. Alright, ladies and gents, I'll wrap it up there. Just a reminder that next week there's no video, the week after Christmas. So I wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I'll be giving you an update the first Monday of the new year. I can't remember exactly what date that is. Let's have a quick look. So it'd be the 5th of January. I'll be back on air. So nothing's changed. In the meantime, whilst there are trading days, there will always be someone manning the desk if you want to call up and have a chat or check on your positions. We'll be watching them all the time. There's really only 3 days that the market's closed. It's Christmas Day, Boxing Day and New Year's Day, so the 3 public holidays. The rest of the days the market's trading, but yeah, generally there's not a lot of volume going on. Alright, ladies and gents, I'll wrap it up there, and we'll talk again in the new year. Thank you for your time this year, and hope and look forward to 2015 being a great year of trading. Thank you.